You are losing money on Facebook. And guess what? You are right. And it's not your fault. I've come across several ads accounts that I have audited, and I've seen that they are not performing as the way they should be. What they used to be successful in the past, but not anymore. They used to run well, but now the costs have increased, the conversions have gone down, the click-through rate has also gone down, and things are not working the way they should be. If you're one of the advertisers who is scratching their heads or who is very frustrated about what's going on, this video is here for you to help you fix what's happening and help you get better results on your Meta ads campaign. Here are common mistakes that digital marketers are making right now to make it impossible to be successful by using Meta ads. The first mistake guys are doing is under budgeting. Under budgeting means you're not giving Facebook enough resources to test out your ads across various audiences. And this could be a challenge for most people, especially if you don't have enough of a budget or you don't have a big enough budget to work with. Think about your limited resources. You could be having, let's say, less than $600 to spend in a month, $300 to spend in a month, and you're wondering, with a small budget, how do I make this work? How you make it work is by focusing your ads on one item and one item alone. You could be a store and you have several thousands of items or hundreds of products that you want to sell. Forget all about all of them and just pick one item and just focus on that. This should be your best performing item, the one that gives you the biggest results quickest. If you're selling services, you could be selling plenty of services to many people. Just pick the one that is most successful, the one that is easier for people to buy. For example, in my instance, I am a digital marketer. I do several things. I do Google ads, I do Facebook marketing, I do paid ads. So what I would do what I would choose to get the best results is I would go with paid ads, because that gives me the quickest and the best results so far. And in addition to choosing, if you can choose, if you're selling only one product, or if you're choosing one service that you're trying to advertise on Facebook, how you can make your small budget work is by limiting your reach, by reducing the size of your geography. Instead of targeting your whole country, you can choose your county, state, municipal, neighborhood, or area to make your ads work for you. Another mistake that I see many digital marketers make is making a lot of changes early in the process. It takes 50 conversions in a 7-day window for Facebook to know what exactly you're looking for and to get for you your right audience or your right clients to get to you. But in this period of time, you might find nothing is happening. And many of us have itchy fingers and feel like they should change this after 2 days, they should change that after 3 days, because this is not working. They're wondering how can they fiddle, how can they adjust, how can they change? The thing to know is to trust the process. Don't change anything. Give Facebook 7 days, set up your campaigns, set them up well, be meticulous, be thorough, be focused in your ads, and then your ad setup, and then give it 7 days to 14 days for it to settle down, for it to figure out who your client is, for you to know what's working out, what will work out for you. And with that, you'll end up being more successful with your Facebook ads. Another thing that Facebook marketers are doing wrong is not excluding their current customers. If you have a client who's already bought from you, you don't want them to see your ads anymore. If you have people who are already engaged with your product, you don't want them to see them ads again. So you should have a campaign where you exclude them. The reason why you want to exclude your current customers is because they've already bought from you and they don't need ads to come and buy from you again. You might use that money for looking for new customers. If people are already engaged with your product or services, avoid them and look for new people. You can do this by setting up exclusion using your Facebook pixel on your website, or using Facebook itself by choosing the option of not showing your ads to people who are already engaged with your Facebook page. A counterpoint to this is there are times where you need to remarket your page or your business to people. When you find that people are not buying or they haven't bought yet from you, it is imperative for you to run a remarketing campaign. You could have a broad targeting or a broad campaign where you're targeting as many people as possible. But then again, you want to target people who are engaging with your website or engaging with your posts, but they haven't bought yet. So you might want to retarget to these people to see if they're the right fit for you. They should be. It takes around 6 to 7 touches before somebody becomes a client on Facebook or on digital platforms. So this is just a subtle reminder, a subtle nudge that yes, they're interested in your product, they're interested in your service, and you're still selling them. And now you can even be selling them at a discount or at a lower rate to increase conversions. So retargeting works and remarketing works for your business. Another challenge Facebook marketers have is not having a precise campaign structure. Think about it this way. You have a product that goes for $100, you have a product that goes for $30, and then you assign resources equally amongst those. You have you have one campaign that has 2 products, let's say $100 and $30, and then assigning the same amount of resources in terms of ad budgets to both products. It is way easier to sell the products that are $30 versus the products that are $100, or even way more. But now if you jumble those two things together, or those two ad sets together, Facebook gets confused on what to give you. It knows you will get more conversions with $30, so it'll send people or the ads who are low budget to buy the $30, but at the same time it'll also drag the people who are low budget to be sent for ads which are $100, which they might not buy. And then them not buying might lead to lower conversions or lower performance. And then Facebook, again, through the algorithm, will retract and wonder who best to sell these items to. So one way of solving this is having a separate campaign for your higher ticket items and a separate campaign for your lower ticket items. So this way, Facebook knows with this campaign for the lower ticket items, I can send to people who can afford this budget, and for these higher ticket items, it can sell the ads to people who are able to manage paying for them, and you end up having a successful campaign. Did you know the Facebook algorithm has changed in the recent past? Well, this is how it's making it difficult for your campaigns to be successful. Facebook is doing a thing that is frustrating most digital marketers by over-optimizing. Facebook looks for people who are highly engaged with your content. Or your ads. They look at shares, they look at comments, they look at likes. When Facebook realizes that this individual likes your posts, likes your ads, likes your content, it over-optimizes by oversharing the same piece of content to the same individuals. Like, think about this way. When Facebook, through its signals, realizes that this person likes your content, it shares and reshares and reshares the same ad to the same person, which leads to increased ad frequency. You realize somebody has seen the ads maybe 4 or 5 times because they've engaged with it. You could have an audience of 10 million or 100 million people, but Facebook doesn't spread the ads to those people alone. Facebook doesn't spread the ads to everybody. It focuses on the few, the 1,000, the 2,000, the 10,000 people who Facebook will over-optimize and share the content with that small fraction of other people, and leaving out the larger audience. You personally, what you need, what you want, is Facebook to spread the ads across the millions of people out there and leave this small fraction alone. But it does this so that it gets you more engagement. But the problem of doing this leads to a higher cost per conversion. It leads to ad fatigue, and then again, it also leads to low conversion in the long period. Let's talk about your ad creative. Your ad creative might be awesome at first. It might be really, really brilliant, but you need to have several different ad creative that targets different people or at different times. You might find that your ad creative that is working for you at this time is doing well, but in the future it slows down because of ad fatigue and ad exhaustion. And then what most people do is come up with another ad creative that is similar to what they did in the past. But this doesn't give Facebook options. It seems that when it looks at the image, it goes like, this is similar to the last one, so we'll just send it to the same people who liked the same ads. And this limits and prevents your reach from getting to new people. You want ad variation so that Facebook can try and test what's working with one audience to another audience to another audience. And this only happens through variation of your ads in terms of style, in terms of content, in terms of delivery. How you can check this is by looking at your ad score. If it's below average, you realize you need to change your ads and you need to change your creatives to make them more appealing, not only to one audience, to several audience. And then you're also encouraged to have several ads running. You're looking at maybe 2 to 5 different ad types, or not ad types, ad variations with different ad directions to engage as many people as possible. If you have a bigger budget, you can come up with a thing called dynamic creative optimization, where the ads change depending on geography, depending on sex, depending on demography. So when certain people see certain ads and people in certain areas see different kind of ads, this helps giving you multiple choices and multiple variations amongst your large audience. But this only applies if you have a bigger budget and a bigger campaign running. There are times that your ad performance just drops by themselves and you can't understand what the hell is going on. And this could be because of things that are beyond your control or beyond Meta's control. Let me give you an example. Think about seasonality. During certain times of the year, it's easier for you to sell your product or services. Like, think about winter boots will do really, really well in winter. But in summer, no. So this goes beyond your amazing campaigns, your amazing budget, amazing creatives and everything. But if it's a wrong time, it doesn't work. Well, winter boots in winter is a very simple example, or summer clothes in summer is a very simple example. But there are times where it is known that Facebook ad performance drops. Like, think about the time where people are going to school, kids are going to school during the summer season. Was when many people who sell different products and items don't do well because most of the resources have been taken to taking care of the school, the children's needs in terms of tuition, in terms of books, in terms of material, and then there's not much expendable budget or expendable money for buying other stuff. So for that, you need to realize what time of the year you're in, what time of the season you're in, and do your products do well at this time of the year? So how do you solve this problem? Well, one way to do it is, number one, you can reduce your budget during these times when you're not doing so well. You can take this time to come up with a strategy to work on your plans for the better performing seasons. Another thing you can do is scale down. Don't do as much as you should be doing when things are good and are working well or in the right season. Another reason why your Facebook could not be doing as well as it should in terms of your ads is because of your competition. You could have a new entrant in the market who is disrupting everything and who is mopping up all your clients by having a way bigger budget, having a way interesting, unique selling position, or taking away your clients from you. This is something that is beyond your control and you can never see because you cannot predict or know in the future who will be your main competitors. Even your non-competitors become your competitors without you knowing. So your Facebook ad campaigns are not working like the way they should be. Right, here are a few solutions to help you solve that problem. The funniest and most interesting solution that I found is rebooting the system. It's like switching on and off your computer to make sure it works well, but not literally your computer, but switching on your Facebook ad campaigns. You might find that your campaign was doing really, really well, giving you conversions, giving you leads, giving you results, giving you sales. But then at some period of time, it just tapers off or drops off. Well, I found one way of solving this is by duplicating the same campaign with exactly the way it is, everything to the T, and then pausing the original one, and then letting the duplicate ads campaign run. Once you give it time for Facebook to understand it and to go through the learning phase, you might go back to your return on ad spend and you get your conversions. You might find that initially you're getting 5 times your return on investment, then it drops down to 2 times return on investment. And then when you duplicate and let it go back to the system and relearn, boom, there you go. You're back to having 5 times return on investment. There are instances where you even advise to kill the ads account. Just stop using the ads account and then recreate a new ads account, start running new campaigns afresh, and then you get back to your original performance. How does this work? Nobody knows, but it does, and it's proven to work. So just rebooting the campaigns. How you can improve your ads campaign is by looking at specific metrics. You want to look at your conversion rate, you want to look at your click-through rate, you want to look at your cost per click to see what's happening. Every so often, every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, you want to look at all these metrics and compare them with the previous week and the previous month to see if you are steadily increasing or steadily declining. If you look at this stuff at a short period of time, maybe in a couple of days, you might not know your performance is dipping or going slow. But if you keep reviewing after a few weeks, after a few months, to see how things are, you look at your conversions, you find that your conversions are going slow. Then you realize, oh, this is a problem, I need to act on this. If you also start looking at your other metrics, your click-through rate, if it's going higher and if it's going lower, that's the first warning sign. That's the herring that things are they're not going well. If you look at your costs are also going up with lower conversions, you realize again that's another problem. So you need to start acting up and start arresting the problem as soon as you notice it. The best part about Facebook ads is you have figures and data to back it up. So using your data, using your knowledge, you can make changes quickly and as soon as possible. You might be noticing your creatives are not working well as they should be, or they're not working as well as they should have been doing. So what do you do next? The next thing to do is split testing. You need to change one or two things in your ad creatives to see if you're going to get better results. Change your headlines, change your ad copy, change your images. If you find that your dark images are not working out, try light images. You are advised to pick one item and test it out to see if it can be improved. Don't try and change many things like your headline, your description, your images all at the same time. No, just pick one item, test it out and see how it works. Over optimization is a problem in Facebook ads by overshowing your ads to certain individuals who are engaging with your product, service, or posts. So how do you avoid this from having a high ad frequency? You do this by having exclusion lists. You can come up with rules to tell Facebook that I do not want people to see these ads more than a certain number of times, or you literally exclude the people who have seen your ads from your next campaign. This will force Facebook to look for people who are new and who haven't interacted or touched base with your product, post, or service. To increase conversions on your ads, on your Facebook ads, there are other aspects that you need to look at apart from the meta ads and the settings and everything on meta. You should move across that or move to the next step by looking at your website. What is happening in the website? Do you need to change your website? Do you need to change your landing page? Do you need to improve the performance of the landing page by either making it load faster, or by either adding testimonials, or by either shortening your form? What would you do to increase the conversion rates on your website? This is beside Facebook. Another thing to do is to look at ways of retaining your members. Are you collecting numbers? And if you're collecting numbers or emails, are you reaching out to your customers? Are you messaging them as often to remind them about your business? Are you messaging or emailing them as often to tell them about new products, new offers, discounts, values that they could take advantage of? So this goes beyond Facebook, but now it focuses on your business and how you can make it more successful for you. Lastly, think about the lifetime value of your client. Try and increase as much as possible by looking at any solutions or any function that can make it work for you. One of the ways of increasing the lifetime value of your client, depending on your product or service, is by getting them to buy more, getting them to refer you to their friends and family. There are more videos on helping you improve your meta performance on Facebook and Instagram. Click over here to see the video that will work for you. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe.